Welcome to SplunkTalk, a Splunk podcast that's all Splunk and no junk. I'm your host, Burch, and over there is Chicken Wings.
I finished most of the chicken wings.
And we've got BenFuego and SMills from the Global Events Marketing Team. But before we get into that, I have to acknowledge the most exciting thing that just happened in the last 30 minutes, guys. Can you believe I just completed bingo?
Well, you got to get a good old bingo cheer, get the bingo wing flapping and
the bingo wing. I did not make one of my drinks here, but I did in traditional search party fashion. I had my own one-person party, which may or may not be a signal about things I should talk about with my psychologist. But
we're here with you, Bert.
Yeah,
oh, good. Yes. Cheers. Yeah. Cheers. Virtual cheers.
Cheers, everybody.
Virtual cheers.
So if you've been watching the stream today, you can see that I'm not using my radio setup. My voice is going to be a little bit different. I decided
I'm not going to be offended, Hal, that you decided not to break out all of the equipment for us, but
I also decided to not quit eating, so I still have this piece of toast in my hand.
Wait, can you hold up that toast in screen, because the green screen editing technology around it is giving it a
looks
really
like
cool
it's fake.
edge. Yeah,
it's almost like you just picked it up off one of them fancy 6-foot banquet tables in Vegas,
Oh, too soon.
Oh, bringing it back to conf. Yeah, I think I've heard of
All
fake
Splunk,
news. That's
no
fake
junk.
toast.
So we should probably help everybody understand who these two people are. And I think the point here is that they are in front of the scenes instead of behind the scenes.
Yes.
So,
well, these two people are two of my favorite people. Sorry, Hal.
What
else do I have to say?
I'm not offended. You're actually quite low on my list, so really no news to anybody but the listeners, really. Sarah, I don't think you and I have really worked much directly before, so I am pleased to meet you formally. Hello.
It's nice to meet you too.
I think I'm certain that we've chatted over various things. I think the last thing was related to Yeti, because I was very interested to know last year leading into conf. I had a very burning question. And I need to know, what was the speaker gift? Because the prior year it was a Yeti mug, right?
Yep.
It was.
I needed to know if I needed to bring my mug or not, or because I just needed another lid.
This shows how entitled we are. We have packing dilemmas. Like,
yeah,
I'm gonna get a hoodie. I don't want to bring a hoodie.
That's what I'm saying. We've dealt with hoodie questions all day. Now onto the pressing mug situation.
Yeah.
Hey, at least it's not I didn't come to .conf with any T-shirts, because I thought I would get them when I got there.
Have you got whatever you're comfortable sharing? What are some of the most ridiculous conf related questions?
Oh, no. I want to get those. That's the reason for this. But we don't have Sarah. Like, Sarah, tell us just a minute about yourself.
Yeah. Who are you?
Yeah.
Ooh, I don't know. I'm Sarah. People just call me SMills. I've been hanging around on the behind the scenes of .conf for quite a while. It's our 8th, right, Ben? I think it's the 8th time we've done .conf. Ben and I were both on the agency side beforehand, so really behind the scenes. But I joined Splunk in 2016, and I work on our global event marketing team, and I manage our event systems for all different events, but .conf is definitely my biggest and most time-consuming event, and that's me in a small 30-second.
So like how some of us became Splunkers after we were customers, you and Ben both worked at the agency that we would contract, so it's almost like the event marketing equivalent of being a customer beforehand.
I'd say yes.
Yes.
So I wanted to answer the question in chat with my mouth full, because they asked what I was eating, and I have a wings and things, traditional
Wings and things
with tongue torch sauce. This is from Zaxby's.
Define the things. So wings, what are the things?
The bread, Ben. It's the bread.
Yeah. Speaking of,
that was a piece of toast. Yeah, that was a piece of toast. So I've gotten through some of the chicken, but not a lot, and then I went to the toast because the toast is really good.
Speaking of chicken and toast, Ben, tell us about yourself.
Yeah. Similar background to SMills, just less purple hair. Worked at the agency side before I made the way over. Back when I first started at Splunk, conf was all of about 1,500 attendees, not the 40,000 plus we have this year. The team was all of 2 people, and then we brought. I actually had the honor of being SMills' boss / client one year, and got to boss her around the days on site, which was great. But yeah, I've been over at Splunk for 5.5 years now, pretty much behind the scenes, working on all things global event marketing, and I love all things.conf. So obviously a lot different, but still very exciting.
Hold up, SMills. What's Ben like as a boss?
Well, Burch,
you answered it with that laugh.
I'm sure Ben really enjoyed being my boss, even though he was more of like the second down in the totem pole of being my boss.
Ooh.
But I just
still
it did, and I was really happy to be a part of the team because I had actually left the agency that Ben and I worked at together, and I was freelancing that year and got hired by the company that was working on .conf. So I would take the bossing around from Ben just to be on the team. So that shows how much I love .conf.
Now, a very technical question. This is like, I want you to pull up all your Splunk knowledge here.
Okay.
What is the name of the dog behind you?
Oh, did she actually go back there?
Yeah, she's there.
I was like, are you trying to trick me? That's Layla. She'll come visit in a second. She's getting a drink of water.
And she's been to the office more than I have.
Yeah, she's the chief happiness officer for the marketing team.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, she has her own shirt and everything. Shirt, badge.
Really does.
More people know her at the office than know me. When we used to go to the office, folks would come up to me and say, hey, can you bring your dog in? And I'd be like, do I know you? I say, yeah, sure, I'll bring her in. Come visit. You know where she sits, apparently.
So I'm trying to type back answers to questions to people in chat, and then if I'm opening for Will Ferrell, that is true. I am.
That's true. Well, we
for Will Ferrell. This is true story.
And Gwen Stefani just opened for us. Let's get our facts straight.
Right. Let's see. There's a question about the Yeti mugs, where they came from. There were speaker gifts. So if you spoke at conf the past 2 years, as I recall, you would be entitled to one of those. Can you buy those in the store? Do we know?
Not the Yetis, but we do have these really fancy ones available in the store this year that do a great job at keeping your drinks cold or hot.
Nice.
Those are the ones that you guys are sending to us, right?
Depends on how you treat us for the next 20 minutes.
Depends on how many pings from legal you get after this.
Yeah. Oh man, well, hey, Burch, Hal, you two have been. I've watched every episode today. I love that we're doing this.
I'm so sorry.
You two have been asking all the questions, and so for both of you, you've been longtime Splunkers and avid .conf fans and attendees. I was hoping you both would be willing to share some fun snippets of your time at past .conf events.
I will, but first I think we have to ask a question to Layla, because Layla is pretty much ready to go.
Layla, why don't you look me in the eye?
She hates the camera. She actually does dislike the camera very much. Loves attention. Look at the camera.
Over here, right here. Here we go.
I don't mean for her to steal the show, but you did ask.
She always does.
Yeah.
So I've been eight years. So I guess as long as the two of you, Burch, we talked about this earlier. He's 7 years, I think it was.
2013, I think was the first one.
We have much experience in the conf. Let's see, conf stories. I had never gambled before conf 2012, and
now you have a problem.
Now I have a problem.
This is actually an intervention, Hal.
Hal, what's your game of choice?
Thrones.
I played Texas Hold'em with and I don't know if he's in the chat now. It's really late for him. So you might have seen BS on Posh earlier in chat in Twitch. That's actually he was known as Brandon to us at the time. He also goes by Todd, but Brandon Shell. He hired me into Splunk, and he was like, "Hey, you got to come with me, and I'll show you around the tables. You've never been to Vegas before." I was like, "I mean, I've been to Vegas, but never gambled before." And
so you've never been to Vegas?
So yeah, let's go gamble. Okay, whatever. I didn't have a problem. Like I just never done it. It's just a thing I'd never done. So I'm checking this off my list, and I go. He's like, "Oh, well, you're gonna need to get some cash, from the ATM." I was like, "Well, what is that like? $10? I mean, like, what are we talking about?"
Oh, you're cute.
I had no idea. I was so naive in the ways of Vegas. It was kind of funny. But we played for a couple hours, whatever. I think I ended up like even, whatever I went in with, I came out with roughly, not exactly, but just had fun for a couple hours. Mm-hmm. I was like, I was down 20 or up 20. I don't even remember. It's been quite a while, but yeah, that was fun. That was
down or up 20,000.
He took all of his winnings to the Coinstar machine and cashed them in for $4.
Yeah, Hal, I spent many years going to Las Vegas for work, multiple times a year, and never gambled.
That was my situation. I'd been before.
Yes, I had been a lot, and it was this guy right here. Well, he's to my right, but it's Ben's fault that I got into roulette, and I've never looked back. But I'm good at it, which is weird because I know that that's not a thing.
Yeah, I know.
I have vivid yet fuzzy memories of SMills and I watching Ben gamble and then deciding to hop around the MGM casino like the Wizard of Oz. Like skip.
What time of the day was
skip.
Or
Hal, there is no time of day.
There's no time in Vegas.
Yeah, that's why time doesn't exist.
Yeah.
Let's see. What about you, Burch?
A vivid memory. I think I actually shared mine earlier. Just I got so incredibly. So you have to understand, my first conf was supposed to be 2012, and my manager at the, no. My manager at the time, like right before I went to book the tickets, I was like, "Hey, I'm good to go, right?" And he was like, "Actually, you can't." And I was like, "Why can't I?"
No.
And yeah, and he said, "We just got new management, and I'm not really okay with submitting an expense report to Vegas as the first one." And I was like, "Oh, okay." So I missed 2012, which probably was interesting because it was IPO year. But I made it to 2013, and I think two things stand out. Number one, it was the first tech conference I had been to. So I don't know if you guys are jaded, but for me, going to the search party at night blew my mind. I think that was the year of the inflatable buttercup. We had the pools out in the back at the Costco.
I remember that one.
JC doing JC things up on top, announcing stuff.
He still does JC things, by the way.
He does. Yes, he does. It was an incredible time, but I got so incredibly immersed and I took it so seriously, and I like to think I still do. That was when my coworkers had said it was like you were at Disney. We couldn't break through. You just ran session to session like you were in heaven.
Like you just host session to session.
Yeah, you weren't speaking at 2013, right?
No.
When did you start speaking?
I became an employee, I think, in 2014. So my first conf would have been 2015. And
from then
on, I think, am I the most prolific speaker? Burch greater than?
Burch greater than. I mean, I did put it on my Instagram today. Is it even a .conf event if there's not Burch birching?
In one of our systems here at Splunk, I had to tag a bunch of things that I had to work on, and the tag I used was Burch birching.
Perfect.
Which I got from this team.
I think it was Annie. Got to give that one to Annie.
Yeah, sure.
So Ben, Mills, what are your stories from conf?
Oh man,
Ben,
from sleeping in bubble wrap nests on the show floor to
what about when we became friends?
Yeah. Well, no, when we first became friends, that was at intelshow.com. No, that's the first time I met you, Intel Show, where I introduced myself.
I said when we became friends. Yes, exactly. You introduced yourself to me twice. That doesn't make us friends. Staying up all night, putting tiny stickers on paper badges to indicate Sunday or Monday for Splunk University.
Yeah, back before
that is a
we
memory.
had like badge scanning technologies. That was with Sarah. Sarah basically emailed the whole team that was on site. That was 2013 as well, and she asked, "Please tell me somebody's awake. I need to sticker every attendee badge." And my response was, "As long as I can bring my drink, I'm coming." And so I showed up, and we stickered badges until 4 a.m. and the rest was history.
Never forget.
But I will say, I mean, there's just countless awesome .conf stories. My personal record of steps during .conf is 75 miles while on site. So
in 1 hour?
Yeah, I was fast.
That trek from the hotel to the convention floor is insane.
What makes it even worse, Hal, is I was staying at the hotel where the convention floor was.
I gotta say, this might be the most. We have 214 people listening. You guys must be some real cool stuff, because this might be. Ben, you've been watching. Is this our highest number so far?
This is our highest live number for these episodes. And while I have this time to shine, I want to take a moment to literally
always shining.
No, I want to thank the rest of the .conf team and the global event marketing team. I mean, this last 6 months has been absolutely insane. I know people have had a rough go today, whether it's loading issues or getting in or finding your hoodie. But we are trying our best, and we've literally had to pivot within 6 months of getting the news to transition, in my opinion, the most fun, engaging conferences I've ever been to, into a like-minded virtual space. And I just seriously want to thank everybody on my team, because it's been
hey, cheers in the chat, everybody. Thank the conf team. I see a bunch of claps already. Yeah, this has been. I mean, talk about a pivot. Right. I mean, you did not know that you'd be forced into this kind of pivot. Probably kind of one of the challenges of a career kind of thing.
Yeah, it's been crazy.
It's definitely a first for a lot of us.
Like you took a thing that was like, okay, every year we have kind of like the base platform that we have to do, and like there's registration and like, but every like the events, like the speakers, there's like a basics to it. But you have the ability, because that is a well-oiled machine, to be like, now how do we make it better? How do we make it the best ever? And so you can use your mental capacity to think about like, what's going to make it more special? This year, you had to completely reinvent everything. I can't even imagine. And you don't look like you've lost your minds.
You don't look like you've aged.
No.
More a few years.
Countless
Ben
Botox injections.
Yeah, Ben got a ring light, I think. So
no, it's not even on. I'm just naturally this shiny. I think it's the sweat.
Right, because it's your time to shine.
I was waiting for something from you, Burch.
Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen so many virtual events. Obviously, the majority of events for tech conferences fall in the end of the year. Burch and Hal, it's your first time experiencing .conf virtual. What do you see as exciting or engaging or setting us, apart from everyone else that's trying to do these pivots?
Ooh, way to turn it back. Well, before that, I'm going to pay you a compliment before it scrolls past me.
I'm waiting for the Bots Award. Sorry, is that the one you're looking for? I'm here for the Gwen after party.
No. A Hawk Dog 84, who you just revealed how old you are. I think you guys did an awesome job considering the constraints and timeline. So take that to heart.
Thanks, Hawk Dog.
And the larger team.
What if that's just the limit of hot dogs they can eat, and not the year they were born, though? Don't assume they were born in '84.
Well, it could be both. Maybe because they were born in '84, they determined I will train my whole life to eat 84.
Duke AC asks in chat, any idea how many attendees did you see today?
We're going to go with in and around, plus or minus, don't get me in trouble, 20,000-ish, give or take 19,999.
Wow.
Yeah, we'll go with more than 15, less than 40. 20,000. That's safe, right? That's a safe.
Oh, boss says 20K. We're going 20K.
I was wondering. I could see the tiny avatar of model. Yes,
she is a model boss.
She is.
You heard me.
She's a model. Yeah.
I can tell you it was exciting because our registrations were rolling in hot this morning. You know, people love that last minute stuff, but they jumped in and I mean, we had like, you know, I don't know, boss, am I allowed to say these numbers? I'm just kind of like being careful here.
It's like we're talking to God. Like,
yeah, just
there's legal,
like a
boss.
being. So, yeah.
Anyway, we had lots of people excited, is all I want to say.
That's really cool.
I don't know her handle, but I think I just figured it out.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So if you're looking at StreamYard, because we're in StreamYard going in there, you can actually see the picture of her, which is like a half an inch tall, but it looks like her. The thing that really got me is I like surprises. So having so far with the keynotes, like the Jabberwocky Shinlin and Questlove, like every time I was like, oh, and I think that was like a really nice touch. How do you make this event? I mean, I'm sure you guys asked this a million times to yourselves. Like, how do you make this feel special? Not just feel like, oh, I'm in another meeting, corporate, blah, 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 Zoom, blah, blah, blah. Like, you made it fun.
This is it, man. This is
Burch, you know that.
We
have to keep ourselves awake too. You know, this is global. We're just starting. AMER just ended, but we're just starting. So you have to, you know, pump up the energy for the whole time.
EMEA starts in 9 minutes.
No, APAC starts in 9 minutes.
Ben. Sorry, my bad. I lied.
The globe. Come on, the globe.
Catch up.
So let's talk about that. Like, so what do you say? APAC is starting in 10 minutes. They are starting with the initial keynote, Doug's keynote, in 10 minutes.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So how do you? Yes, Leslie, it is quite the demerit. How do you do that? Do you stay up all night?
Burch, we cannot give away our secrets.
Oh.
No. Here's
Red
my
Bull
theory.
is not a sponsor.
Yeah, no. Here's my theory, which I've been sharing, is that usually we're on site for 9 to 10 days, and we're sleeping like 4 hours a night, right? So since we don't have that,
I've seen it. That is not an exaggeration.
So if you just pack it into 50 hours, then you'll feel the same as being on site for 10 days, which we miss so much. So we're really trying to go the extra mile to exhaust our bodies so that
what a very you way of explaining this.
My wife's been doing my makeup to make me look alive. It's kind of a weekend at Bernie's situation over here.
I mean, I think that she did an okay job, and it's not her, it's you. Sorry. I mean, no, I'm kidding, Ben. Yeah, I can tell it all that you've been up for 72 hours.
Hey, shout out to the boss of the sock and boss of the knock team. We got to kick off conf in style with that, which their global award ceremony kicks off in 7 minutes. So stay tuned for that. But
yes,
that's what got things going for me.
Yeah,
and they put so much work into that too.
It's incredible.
Ryan Kovar.
Yeah.
And everybody in the team is involved in there's a lot of good events. Do we have some more Big Data Beard tonight?
We do. We actually are pretty constantly live on the channel for the remainder of the night. We had this amazing one with record-breaking numbers. Probably people just waiting for the Bots Awards, but Sarah and I will take credit. We have directly followed by Boss of the Sock and Boss of the Knock Awards, directly followed by a live virtual race of Beat the Beards with the Big Data Beards. Make sure you tune in for that. And then followed by Dungeons and Data Monsters to close out the night after that.
I just wish Ben would know his stuff. Know your schedule, man.
Hey, I just messed up with EMEA and APAC, so yeah, I'm already fired.
I got you.
I asked him that question earlier, and
everyone gets a pass on time zones.
It's global.
It's global.
Awesome.
So what one thing we've tried to do in the last few minutes is what is it that you want us or you're looking forward to tomorrow?
Sarah, you want to go first?
30 seconds.
Quickly? Yeah, we got
30 seconds.
For me, I want everybody to go into the platform and check out the data playground. It was it's always one of my highlights, and it was a way for us to really show off the art of the possible with all the amazing ways Splunkers are using our own software. So go in there, explore. Take some lessons on how you can Splunk your home brewery setup and make the perfect Splunk beer.
Yeah, the data playground is definitely awesome. I mean, I would be really excited if everyone that showed up tomorrow tried to maximize their time. There's never going to be another year where you can go to sessions that are all booked at the same time. Like, they're all on demand. So get there and watch them do everything in the data playground. Check out Hands-On Labs, visit all of the sponsors. I just feel like we have so many more people who have the opportunity to be a part of .conf this year. So, take advantage and do the maximum amount that you can.
Very cool.
Right.
Well, this has been incredible. I wish, this was so much fun. We should broadcast this next time.
We will see everybody, Burch and I, this is a fry, tomorrow morning, 10:15 Eastern. I don't know what time it is for everybody. Splunk Operator with Pat Ogden. That's going to be awesome. I'm actually personally invested in that one. That's a good one. Everybody hang out in the chat. There's a lot of events this evening. It's been fun. Ben, Sarah, thank you.
Thanks for having us.
Guys.
Thank you. Happy Splunking.
Cheers.